After about a 6-week stint, a team of military doctors, nurses, and other medical professionals are set to leave their post at Rhode Island Hospital and Hasbro Children's Hospitals this weekend. The team of roughly 24 provided staffing support to both hospitals amid a surge in COVID-19 cases. 12 News reporter Alexandra Leslie got to hear from Rhode Island Hospital's president and the lead officer in charge ahead of the team's departure. Alex?
Well, Mike, this U.S. Army team is based out of Fort Stewart in Georgia, and Rhode Island Hospital's president says that they came at a time when there were nearly 200 hospitalized with COVID-19 and hundreds of staff members out sick.
A group of 26 military health personnel came like the cavalry to help us when we were at our most dire.
Rhode Island Hospital President Dr. Saul Weingart says the 14th Field Hospital Military Medical Team provided expertise in adults and pediatric critical care areas, the emergency departments, and pulmonary critical care.
They made us part of the family. Here in the hospital, we became one team, and we were able to provide these life-saving measures and our expertise to the local community.
Dr. Weingart says at the peak of the pandemic, Rhode Island Hospital had over 175 COVID-positive patients and over 300 staff members out sick. He says the arrival of the 26-person team allowed the hospital to open up additional critical care beds and provide relief to staff working long hours.
I think it's probably been felt most acutely in the emergency department because backups on the inpatient side result in waiting in the emergency department. We were boarding between 30 and 50 patients a night in the ED. Over the last 2 weeks, it's been under 10.
Dr. Weingart says wait times in the ED have shifted from 6 or 7 hours to much shorter. He attributes the downswing of the Omicron peak in part.
But we couldn't have gotten there without the help of the military team.
Now, hospital windows at Rhode Island hospitals donned signs of thanks today for that team, and tonight's Goodnight Lights display is also dedicated to this group. Live in the newsroom, Alexandra Leslie, 12 News.
Also in today's COVID-19 briefing, Governor Dan McKee said COVID cases are down by 98% since the January peak, and hospitalizations have dropped 79% since peaking in mid-January.
Amid a staffing shortage, a military medical team was deployed by the federal government to Rhode Island Hospital and Hasbro Children's Hospital. 12 News reporter Alexandra Leslie caught up with the head of the team as they finished out their final days before heading to a new assignment. Alex?
Well, the officer in charge of the Georgia-based team told reporters he doesn't know what that next assignment is, but that the team's time in Rhode Island was one they'll never forget.
I think each one of our providers and nurses, we all went through these unique experiences, and we are so glad that we were able to provide some of our expertise in this needed medical care to the community here at Rhode Island.
Around the time the 14th Field Hospital Military Medical Team arrived in Providence, Rhode Island Hospital's president says 175 were hospitalized with COVID-19 and around 300 of his staff members were out sick.
And what it allowed us to do was to open up additional critical care beds and to provide some relief to staff who'd been working extraordinary hours. So it really helped us get over the hump.
Dr. Saul Weingart says now a little more than 30 COVID-19 patients are hospitalized between Rhode Island Hospital and Hasbro Children's.
It's manageable at this point.
With restrictions loosening across the state, including visitor policies at Lifespan hospitals, Rhode Island Hospital's president told me he's both nervous and excited about all the changes.
The first time the roof leaks, you run around, you figure out where the buckets are. The second time you know where the buckets are, the third time you've repaved the roof. So it feels to me like this is well in our wheelhouse.
And if you've been to Rhode Island Hospital lately, you'll notice signs of thanks for that medical team on the front windows of the hospital. Since the team's last day is on Sunday, tonight's Goodnight Lights celebration is in honor of that group. In the newsroom, Alexandra Leslie, 12 News.